Alright, there's 8 bolts holding this bed on behind me. You need one deep well 15. Lots of extensions, ratchet, maybe a breaker bar, but probably not that challenging for some of us. And yeah, it's pretty simple after that. So this is the underneath of it. Got the spare tire holder. There's the gas tank over there. As far as taking the bolts out, there's one right here, right behind the bumper bracket. Another one on the other side. Under here, this X frame. Got one here, one there, and there's one right there, which I already took out earlier, and 2 more on the front side of it. And other than that, you got the gas tank brackets. We'll show you here in a bit. And then the muffler hanger is the only thing holding it on the bed. Other than that, you got some miscellaneous wires to the tail lights. Really not that complicated. From the wreck you can see this bumper bracket's a little bent. Hopefully it won't be too hard to fix. Right behind it, the other wire for the taillights. That's about the only electrical you have to disconnect. Other than that, you just have to follow it up the rail, pulling off the other bracket that holds it on there, or the little plastic pin connectors, I mean. She's an oldie, but see the bumper's slightly off. Well, of course, from that tire, it's like way off. Not that big though. In case a lot of you wonder, these bumpers have these lights here, but also there's a factory one that's right there that's not connected to nothing. That's kind of cool. I'll show you real quick. Obviously it's a light of some kind. And a tire hanger, we don't really need it, so probably won't be putting it back on. But it does have 2 bolts there and there. You have to take that off also. So I had to cut out some of the bed. Now I can access all the bolts I need to take off these parts here. Looks a little crispy in there, don't it? Mm-hmm. Alright, so I got this tank dropped. With the right tools, anything's possible. Instead of jacking it up, because the way this bed is, I wasn't able to jack it up really and pop it off. But with this 15mm through hole, I was able to get right around the stud, unbolt it, which I didn't even need WD-40. It was really fast. Took me about 20 minutes just doing both. I jacked it up a little bit and the thing just fell right off. Alright, with a little bit of magic, we got this thing loose. As you can see, it's not terribly heavy. 2 people can easily lift it. Before my help arrives, just getting a good look underneath this other bed. What's underneath of it looks like. Of course, I'll pressure wash it and stuff like that before we put it on officially. But on this side of the bed, I noticed I had some rust on this spot, but this side looks great. Therefore, I'm not too worried about that. That's what the gas tank was. Interesting how the area where the gas is always really nasty. Figured it would clean. The fenders don't look too bad. A little bit of rubbing up from the tire at some point. Overall, I think it's a great candidate. Alright, help has arrived. I'm going to take it straight back. Got it. Alright, Alright, so here's the damage. It's this little bit right there. Frame rail's a little squished up a hair compared to this side. Rust, I don't see much. I'm probably going to just remove this guy because I don't plan on ever using that. Repair the new shocks and new exhaust in while the bed's off. Do a lot of cleanup, pressure washing. A little bit of damage here, but we're about to do a test fit to see how the other bed might just line right up. I have no idea. Hopefully that's the case. Bad muffler. Overall not as bad as it could have been. Have to remove that bumper and clean it up too. And there y'all have it. Rough fit. Very rough. I think barely touching, but it is bent. You can see the brackets. And the holes surprisingly line up for the most part. The gap's very little difference, maybe less than a 1/4 inch. But the holes on the bottom appear to line up mostly, so that worked out pretty well. And I do have better taillights to put on it. One part I noticed, you can see the difference in the bed here. Sticks out just a hair more. Going to this side. Got a little in, so it's a little bit inward, but I may get in alignment no one would ever notice. Thanks for watching, y'all. Stay tuned for our next video when we're going to do a lot of power washing of those nasty, dirty truck parts. We all know how satisfying watching those videos are. Stay tuned.